Alright, welcome to round 3 of the Paradise Powerplay tournament. This should be the final round, and let's see, looking forward to some exciting games. Apologies for the delay on casting and sharing the final results, but I didn't have access to good enough internet when I received the recordings. And for a couple of days afterwards. So, let's jump into it. Here we've got Artiste versus Jarazz. Artiste in the green and Jarazz in the blue. Artiste is playing Lithuanians and Jarazz on Ethiopians. And Artiste is going straight for a stable. This is quite... This looks like a deathmatch start to me. While Jarazz over here has decided that they're going to go for a more economic start. And Artiste is going hard. Already scouting, straight to base. Hasn't found all the turkeys yet. Gonna lame one of them there. Gonna do Jarazz here a bit dirty. And, ooh. Jarazz has spotted the scout there, and Artiste is going to back off. This might cause some problems, not finding these turkeys for Artiste, but they do have the lame, and they might be able to find that turkey a little bit faster. I think, so far, Artiste knows where Jarazz is. It's got a second scout out, and this is really going to force Jarazz to respond here. But they don't have a barracks, and this is going to be a massive problem. So, and yeah, this is a great start for Artiste. Going very aggressive, 3 scouts, and forcing Jarazz here to wall in and their wood line with the limited amount of wood they have, with only 3 lumberjacks, and really that's all Artiste needs at the moment. Jarazz has to play really safe here, just with everything under the TC. It's going to be very hard to lure a boar, and Artiste is going to be fine. Because remember, also starting in, we've got a tower coming in now from Artiste. Oh, look at this one go. Damn, son. This is really quite some pressure. Oh, we got the lure here happening, and I think Artiste is going to try and deny this. No, that was the closer ball. But yeah, this is... You got to remember that usually with the Dark Age start, the scouts definitely don't have the same attack and armor as they as in Feudal Age. Once you hit Feudal Age, they basically get a small upgrade. And here comes the tower, and Artiste is putting some walls around it. This is a big problem, forcing Jarazz off that wood line there, and now with no wood aside from stragglers. I can definitely see Artiste taking this game with the current state of it. And there we go, with a barracks coming up now for Jarazz. Just enough wood. So they're probably going to want to try and get a couple spearmen and take this wood line over here, if possible. Do they know it's there? They do. Also, Jarazz here has just scouted Artiste and has found the 2 turkeys that Artiste neglected to look for. But Artiste now is walling in Jarazz's berries. Potentially a bit overkill at the moment, considering the massive scout advantage here. And Jarazz has opted to go for this wood line and is trying to wall in as fast as possible. There might be enough vills here to deal with this, but I don't think Jarazz has Loom. No, they've got Loom. They definitely need Loom right now. Loom is very important in this game. And Artiste is back at home, pretty happy, pretty comfortable. But gotta watch those spearmen. Those spearmen are currently being baited off by the scouts here, and Artiste is doing a pretty good job of keeping them in range. Yeah, with that zigzagging there, and that spearman's going back now, and ooh, another scout coming in from Artiste. I mean, those palisades will slow down getting the berries, but I don't think they're too big of a thing to deal with. Villagers can take those out. And with the barracks up now, they could potentially go for some man-at-arms, even. Man-at-arms spears will be adequate to fend off these scouts here. I'm curious to know why Artiste picked... Oh! That's why Artiste picked liths. Because they start with the extra food. Yeah, wow, that's really good. That extra food gives you the food you need to create the scouts. And this villager is looking around, probably looking to build another tower soon, but Artiste is on stone now. And he's looking to get in that wall, but I think Jarazz has enough spears now. But Jarazz is keeping pretty calm about all this. Keeping it in stride. And yeah, it looks like Artiste wants to go for some more towers. Though I feel like a switch into archers would probably be a better option here. Probably pairs better with the towers, especially going up against spears. And yeah, here the villagers come forward to try and break into the berries. Unfortunately, Jarazz has seen that, but Artiste is also just going to try and deny this. He's probably looking for a Vil kill there, but Jarazz too quick. And interestingly enough, Jarazz has gone for archers. I'm not sure what... They are playing Ethiopians, but I'm not sure what exactly the reasoning behind this is. Perhaps it's to go offensive, and Artiste losing a scout there to TC fire. But definitely has enough spears for defense, and with these archers potentially has the spears to go offensive. We could definitely shake up Artiste's world over here. Artiste is very open right now and is playing extremely aggressively, trying to just keep up that pressure. But not going to find too much here with these scouts continuously being harassed by these spears. And Artiste will most likely have seen these archers now and the archery range and know what's coming. So, decent little army here now coming from Jarazz. This second tower come up now for Artiste, but that will most likely go down to these fields rather quickly. And will they get that scout? Yeah, there goes that scout. One scout left. And suddenly it's not looking so good for Artiste anymore. Jarazz has managed to play this defense rather well and is just going to reclaim the ground that they lost before. And I would expect to see these archers move forward very soon. And not even bothering with a mill, probably because they can't afford it. Don't have the wood currently. And both players are quite equal in terms of villagers, but Clearly, they've both been paying attention to a lot of military with like 4.5 minutes of idle time, which are very close to each other, or like 15 minutes in the game roughly. But still, Artiste has managed to get some idle time out of Jarazz's economy, and has started to decide to wall up a little bit at home. Against archers, these walls aren't going to do too much, and I mean, these are very small gaps here, so there's not really much of a loss there at all, but any bigger walls might be a bit of a waste in terms of wood resources for what Artiste is going for here. There's definitely an opportunity to continue going scouts and playing to the Lithuanian strengths here, with Jarazz going archers. Possibly we'll be seeing a second archery range come up, and gonna want a blacksmith soon for fletching. Jarazz can mass enough archers, even scouts won't be able to do too much. We may see Artiste go into scouts. Oh, I'm gonna lose a bill there? Oh no! Devastating. Artiste loses a bill. Do you have... Oh wait, no, they both have loom because you both start in the feudal age. That's right. Yeah, and here comes those archers now. And they're gonna see this stone here. That bill's... Oh, that bill's gonna get away. No, it's gonna stop. And Artiste pulling the villagers off the wood line. And trying to blockade up this wood line here so they can get straight back on it. We're gonna have to be very careful of Ode Shop here soon anyway. Moving to this more protected wood line at the back. And denying the boar there. But Artiste soon has the resources to go up to Castle Age. I can certainly see going Castle and just going straight for Knights will be a big problem for Jarazz here. Jarazz really needs to find some damage, I think. But it looks like Jarazz wants to go for 2 archer production. And fletching coming in now. And ooh, we might see some damage here. Defensive tower coming up for Artiste. There's a pig, and yeah, Artiste is now going Castle Age. Here comes the second stable. Impromptu wall, but that'll definitely be very useful upon hitting Castle. But into the economy, not with as much mass as Jarazz would probably hope for, but still managing to idle this wood line for long enough. Because Artiste doesn't really have anything at the moment to stop that. But Jarazz is continuing to produce, and Artiste is going forward with all these vills. Notice about the stone here. I'm wondering if they're planning on doing a TC and then going for a castle drop. You got 11 vills here. That's a pretty good amount to go for a castle drop. Stone here, gold here. We'll see. But currently, Jarazz is now in the lead in terms of villages with 39 to 30, and it's looking like a much better position. But there are a couple of scouts sneaking around over here, which I believe, yeah, no, they're out of line of sight. So at this point, anything can happen. However, these villagers making their migration across the map, it is causing a lot of idle time in terms of they're not collecting any resources. Yeah, here we go, the town centre here on the stone next to the wood line, and I think we can expect a castle drop from Artiste as soon as they have enough stone. And the scout continues to harass here and might actually get a kill. I don't think Jarazz has noticed this. Yeah, and I think we're going to lose that there. And Jarazz here has done a very good job of idling Artiste's main economy. forcing the garrison of the villas here for all the farms, so very little food income and no gold income for Artiste at the moment. However, these knights are going to be a bit of a problem. And expect Jarazz to be going up soon. If they have a market up, they could definitely buy their way to Castle Age. I think that's what's going to happen here. Here we go. Yeah, heading for Castle Age now, and more archers coming in. With these knights here, as Artiste doesn't have anything on gold at the moment, Jarazz might be able to get a big enough mass to be able to just continue to control this. And Artiste is going to lose both those knights, which are pretty important right now. And look at that score lead, 600 points ahead. 12 villages ahead as well. And yeah, I think it's going to come down to a lot to what's happening over here with this sneaky side pace. Possibly a bit too many spears, but we'll see. Like, Artiste can't really produce any cavalry at the moment, unless they go for scouts, and even then they don't really have the economy for it. And I doubt they're going to be going for monks, as the archers will just clean up monks very easily. But I'm pretty sure Jarazz saw those villagers all walking off. So, maybe not though. Definitely would have been an idea to investigate if they did notice that large group of villagers. And it's going to be another vill down. Oh, she's low. Oh, she's dead. And we got pikes now. So, and quite a number of pikes. So it doesn't look like cavalry of any kind right now is going to be much of an option for Artiste. So we're probably going to see Artiste pivot fully into skirms if possible. But they need a better food economy for that right now. I think Artiste is kind of scrambling. Putting up a watchtower here to protect the farms. Preferably over here would have been probably a bit better. There we go. TC to protect that gold. And yeah, we've got a decent mass of crossbows coming in now with bodkin arrow. And that is going to be a problem for Artiste for sure. I think they're going to want siege and skirms to deal with that. Or just some really good onager shots. And it looks like Jarazz wants to camp these relics. I wonder if that's intentional or not. So Artiste spotted that pikeman and ran off, but they could have gone for a conversion there. But probably worried about reinforcements coming in to take the monk. Oop. And this game is looking more and more in the favour of Jarazz. I think all Jarazz needs now is some siege with this forged siege workshop to close out the game. These crossbows can easily just clean up any of these knights that trickle in. And even then, there's these pikes to just melt them if they need to. So I think it's all going to really come down to here. Artiste does have enough stone for a castle. But right now, I don't think Artiste wants a forward castle. They really need a defensive castle. And, yeah, there we go. Here comes a defensive castle now. But this could be denied by this siege here. This is, unfortunate. This is a bit too late. With nothing to deal with that. Maybe if there was a couple of knights to try and snipe the Mango. But, if this castle doesn't go up, I think we can expect a GG here. Yeah, and just losing vills. Look at that eco KD, 26 to 3. Not sure why Artiste has an extra on, and there we go. GG's called. And game 1 goes to Jarazz. In a somewhat surprising turn considering how it started with Artiste extreme aggression. And yeah, but with a game like this to start us off, it is going to be very interesting to see what game 2 will look like. Especially it's Civ pick, no repeats, so Artiste won't be able to go with Lithuanian's second game and try the strat again. Just gonna switch here now to game 2. Oh, don't tell me I watched the wrong one. No. I'm not insane. It's okay. It's great. Alright, game 2 on Arena, and we have seen Artiste be pretty good on Arena, and it's Bohemians versus Bohemians, the mirror match. Bohemians are pretty good on Arena, their Hussite wagons are pretty hard to deal with, and monks are perfect for snatching these relics, and the additional monk bonuses here. I don't think we're going to see much excitement here. We're probably going to see a weird fast castle, as we're not starting in Dark Age. But it'll be all eco. Probably just going mainly food and gold at this point. I think we're just gonna increase this slightly here and just kind of take it in, you know? It looks like Artiste is pushing deer. Yeah, Artiste is going for push deer. So there's going to be a little bit of a disparity in the scores for the moment. My guess is Jarazz will come back and push those deer in a moment. There is a chance that Artiste will go for some kind of trush strategy, but with Bohemians, I don't believe there's any kind of bonuses in that order. Could even potentially go for Castle Cannoneers, as Bohemians get chemistry in Castle Age. But with this scouting that Jarazz is doing, they're potentially looking to be very aggressive somehow. Not sure what they might go for. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. It's kind of ridiculous to think how much scouting comes into points. And Jarazz is now pushing in their own deer. It's a bit tricky, I think, to cast closed map games, because there's just so much of not much happening for the early start of it, unless someone goes for some wild strat. And Artiste is sitting around out here, waiting. Looking. Order a push for both players, and Jarazz is looking to age up pretty soon. There we go. Sold some wood for gold, and should be on a castle age. Waiting for Wheelbarrow to come in. but is going to need the blacksmith. No, they got the blacksmith. Apologies, I'm looking at the wrong plate. They're both playing a Bohemians. This is too confusing for me. But Artiste is a little way off at the moment. I think Jarazz has some better macro skills here in terms of balancing their economy. Going for a barracks, so not sure if they've forgotten that you don't need the barracks, but yeah, we're going for the spears here, putting the spears on the relics, probably preemptively expecting Artiste to put scouts on the relics, so you can take those relics, or keep those relics safe and take them with the spears. However, yeah, we got the monastery coming up now, and Jarazz is really vying for those relics, and those relics are going to be extremely important for this game, considering they're both playing the same civ, which is a very monk-centric civ, and gold-orientated in terms of gold use. And look at this, like, very little on food at the moment. Which unfortunately means no villager production. But that doesn't seem to be a problem right now. Artiste will be able to maintain villager production though once hitting. Ooh. Yeah, with those those berries there should be able to maintain village production. And adding some more farms, and ooh, Artiste here going for 4 town centers straight away. Going full boom, and I love this. Jarazz here has decided that they're going to wall in the relics here. Hold the relics here, probably until they can get their monks here. Pretty smart play, and Artiste sees this might be a bit of a comeback from last game. If comebacks weren't verbal. So it looks like in terms of map control, Jarazz here is in the lead. However, Artiste has the better economy at the moment. 1 villa ahead, and looking most likely to produce from 4 town centers. Yeah, we've got full queue for the town centers, for vills, and I think with 5 vills on stone, we can be expecting a castle as soon as possible. Not sure if Artiste will be able to go for a forward castle with all these monks and spears around. Definitely a bit of a problem there for Artiste. And the only military Artiste has is the scout, and they're probably going to lose this very soon. So I think Jarazz here is happy to be more aggressive. Might try and go for their own castle, or they might try and go for gunpowder and try and keep Artiste hemmed in. Probably don't want to play as expected, considering it's the mirror match, and probably trying to try something a little bit different. At the moment, it is looking a lot better for Jarazz in that terms, but economy is looking a lot better for Artiste. And going full in on the stone right now, so Artiste might be worried about some aggression coming here out from Jarazz. And might be going for a defensive castle. Might want to take this stone or this gold here. And Jarazz is going for a 3rd town centre now. And is going on stone. Most likely looking to go for a forward castle. And I really like this spot here for the town centre. It's just, I mean, the map gen is kind of just perfect for this. I mean, you can still run unthrough on it, and it doesn't really protect much here, but still, it's just very satisfying. And Jarazz here is decided to move these relics back to a safer position, which is an excellent play or choice there. Something I think a lot of us could probably benefit from doing. And yeah, we're going for a defensive castle here, and with a decent amount of villagers on wood, you might see Artiste move some villagers from food to wood as well, or to gold, and start producing her site wagons. But I don't think any player has a university yet, so I don't think that either of them are deciding to go for chemistry. Castle up now for Artiste, going back on stone. Jarazz isn't on stone, even though they got a town centre there, so, and walling all this up. Still plenty of people on food here for Artiste. But look at that villager leader for Artiste, 73 to Jarazz's 55. And that economy is just booming. With the economy like that and this castle now to produce wagons, if that's the plan. However, there is a lot on food to think about producing wagons, so not sure what Artiste is going for here. I believe gunpowder units of food and gold in cost. So we might be going for hand cannoneers, but we'll need the university for that still. And look at Jarazz is floating a lot of gold there. Those relics are doing some work. What is that shooting at? I think Jarazz palisaded that gate there. Could be careful trying to wall people in. You can just delete your walls and run out. Jarazz there trying to emulate the Legend of Wall. Yeah, there's another fence in this gate. It's a bit inconvenience, but Artiste wants out. Just delete one of these segments and you're out. Artiste really has full control here. This is a bit of an illusion. And Artiste is going to hit that villager high a lot sooner before Jarazz, but Jarazz has vied to go for Imperial Age, which most likely means they have, yeah, University up now. And Artiste is also going for Imperial Age as well. Going to be roughly a minute behind. Not sure if Jarazz has chemistry yet. And no military yet for Artiste. This food economy here looks like Artiste wants to go for scouts, but these buildings look like Artiste wants to go for siege. And Jarazz, I think Jarazz is going to go hand cannoneers. But I could be wrong, could be going skirmishes. All I see here are two clowns clowning around. Yeah, and it looks like Artiste is going to go for hand cannoneers, siege. Which the economy will start to make a bit more sense. Chemistry coming in now for Jarazz, and Bohemians also do get a unique tech that makes hand cannoneers move, I believe, 10% faster. Which is an interesting kind of buff actually once you see it in action. Or is it a passive? Unsure. And we can hear the hand cannoneers now. And the monk is wanting to go for the convert, but I think that monk is gonna go down. Yep. Goodbye. Kapow. Blam. Game over. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it's whoever goes into light cab faster wins. However, trebuchets are going to be very good here, as they always are on these closed maps. There hasn't been a whole lot of map control besides the taking of the relics out here. No one's really coming forward to build some castles. Artiste definitely has enough stone for a castle, and I think we might be seeing a forward castle soon. Ah, there we go, bombard cannons. Bombard cannons are going to be good. And Hoffnies? Sorry, what? I'm not sure what that is. I've never seen it. Is that right? It must be a tech. Either that or it's a bug. That's a tech. And Artiste has been the one being rushed here with a decent number of hand cannons. Ah. What is a Hoffnies? No idea. The Jarazz here is going for skirmishes. It's probably going to go very well against these hand cannons. And I do like Artiste mixing in the light cavalry here. Oh, and probably thinks that's a relic, but really, it is just a monk. Not familiar with the Halfness. I thought that was modded graphics for the bombard cannon, but I guess not. I'm not sure what the stat difference is. I assume they cost slightly more, but have better stuff, better stats. However, these four bombard cannons here are going to be quite the predicament for Jarazz. And ooh, I think we're playing a bit of dodgeball here, and Artiste isn't paying attention, losing a bombard cannon there. And that house fall. Ooh, got a bit of dodging going on. Here comes the dodgeball. Gonna need some vills to come forward. We got some. Ooh, this could be bad. And now Artiste is taking map control. Got that castle here, going to some forward archery ranges and forward siege. If they were both to mirror, it would just be a matter of who would run out of gold first, and that would be Artiste at this rate, as Jarazz has the gold relics, but hasn't got any control for the gold piles, aside from this one here. Hit and a miss. Oof. Losing a couple there. Artiste still in the military lead. And just playing very defensively right now. And now going for stables, which I'd really like to see. Gonna need some more upgrades though. And ballistics is coming in now for Jarazz. Ooh, oh damn, that was ooh, that's oh no. Painful watch. And last bombard, or Hoffnies, not sure how to pronounce that one. And not enough skirms at the moment to really stop that. Really needs the armor. Come back to that castle. I think Jarazz could potentially go some trebs here. The trebs will always outrange. I know they outrange bombard cannons. I assume they're going to outrange the Hoffnisses as well. Maybe slower, but can be very useful in these weird bombard v bombard situations. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think there's a rally point for these scouts. And Artiste is kind of just throwing these away at the moment. But still holding strong with these gunpowder units here. And Jarazz needs to be very careful here, because they've only got roughly half the military of Artiste. If they can take this castle, they're in a much better position, but still Artiste is going to be able to come forward for these gunpowder units. And should probably clean up, but Artiste is not. And they're going to go like... They're going to lose this castle here now. And Jarazz has decided to go for some forward archery rangers of their own. Probably go Skirn hand cannoneer. Oh no, this castle's going to go down. That's a rough one for Artiste. Losing all those resources. That's one castle that Artiste will never see. And those Hofnesses are doing some work. That's for sure. And it looks like Jarazz is playing the long game. But slowly and surely pushing out, taking back the map. And that's where that relic play at the start, I think, was extremely important. Artiste here is panicking to get some more stone. He's going to need another castle. But currently they're both still pretty well off for gold. Still missing a number of blacksmith upgrades. I think that's what might be deciding some of the fights here at the moment. Though these skirmishes are doomed. And that is quite a decent number of light cav. Adding barracks now. Adding spears most likely. But cleaned up a number of those light cav there. More and more, just continuous rock, paper, scissors coming from both players. Unfortunately, they're reacting. They're not necessarily preemptively countering the units. I think the moment one player preemptively counters the units, that's where they would be able to get a solid lead here. So at this moment, it just seems like whoever has the better micro in terms of the Hofnesses, and whoever runs out of gold first. It's going to end up being a long and slow war. And Artiste here selling food for gold. I assume what they're trying to do is he's probably trying to make the market prices, just abusing the market to get the best prices while he still can. Something I've definitely done before, and now a lot of halbs coming out, which are now going to get cleaned up by these hand cannoneers. So a little bit too much focus here on one particular unit type. However, I think the numbers alone could potentially take this. But we do have more siege workshops coming in now for Jarazz, and more archery ranges. So there's some serious production being considered here. Artiste is now falling behind in military numbers, and isn't keeping that production up, even though they have the better economy. So right now, it looks like the game is favoring Jarazz. And Trebs really haven't been needed now. Artiste isn't replacing the Hofnesses fast enough, and really needs to be spending that gold. A lot of gold resources floating, and really needs to be producing consistently if they want to stop Jarazz from pushing any further. And more workshops coming in, more barracks. Just buildings So many buildings. And more Halfnieces. And capped ram. I wonder if that's a misclick. I'll have to check the tech tree after this set. And 43 military to 45 to 14. It's definitely looking a lot more in Jarazz's favour now, as Artiste struggles to keep up production and Halbs are now beginning to get in the economy. Using a big problem, and no, capped rams were not a mistake. They are coming. They are coming for that castle. I assume the logic behind that is they're more resistance against the bombard cannons. And can produce a whole bunch faster as they have the siege workshops up. Only a singular castle. But if Jarazz here can maintain this push, he's definitely in a really good position to take this game very soon. At this point, I think it's all about keeping up production. And Artiste's economy right now is geared towards light cav. And yeah, there we go. The GG's called. And Jarazz going 2-0. Just return to the map real quick. Yeah, really slowly boxing him in. Some excellent slow pushback and map control, and just, I think the better production in the end is what really won the game there. And if they both had kept production up and it was more of a stalemate, I think Jarazz still would have taken the game just because they went those relics so early. Really secured what would have been a much later problem. And I think there was a couple economy issues there with terms of what was being produced and what was being collected. Anyway, so yeah. Looks like 2-0 for Jarazz there. Victory against Artiste.